to work at. I know that from a work point of view. It's good to get a bet on. It's easy to watch racing from all parts of the course. So hopefully everyone will get down for the final Metro meeting of the year.
Yep, theraces.com.au. You can find out more about it. Now, the horses are starting to come in the yard here at Warwick Farm. We have 6 of them at the moment. We're just waiting on, it's here actually, RLN, which has had a little bit of support at times on track from the Peter and Paul Snowden yard. Just having a look for Tabrabane, for Ronnie Quinton. It's just coming into the yard now, so we're just about ready, Nick. And of course we have Lizzie Jelfs in the middle of the yard, and she's going to give us the pick of the yard a little bit later on. So why don't we start off now? This is the Australian Turf Club membership handicap over 1,200 metres. Benchmark 67. RLN number 2, Nick Haywood claims 3 for Team Snowden in the colours of Piero, of course, Choisir mare, and in a trial ran 5th to the 3 Tabrabane.
Yeah, it looked fairly good too in the trial. Wasn't asked for too much. That was her second trial. Her first trial was pretty good as well. Nick Haywood partnered this mare to her first up victory last time in when she got the cash at Wyong. This is obviously a slightly harder race, but I do think she sort of developed fairly well last preparation. Of course, she was only beaten 2 lengths by Cezanne and then beaten a length by Painted Firetail. That rounded out her last preparation. She is a first up winner, as we said, at Wyong last time. She's trialled well. I think she's possibly in for her best preparation yet. I'm happy to be on her at the $9.
Yeah, she's a nice solid type. She's full of substance. She's got plenty of scope about her. Still think she'll take some benefit from the run, but she parades well for today.
Number 3, Tabrabane, as I mentioned, the winner of the trial that RLM was in. Ronnie Quinton is the trainer. This Magic Albert Gelding has won first up. Andrew Adkins is the rider.
Out of that good producing mare, Sri Lanka too, has run a few handy types. Mrs. Tendulkar possibly years back. But look, she's over-raced a bit in her trial. She's wanted to get on with the job, so it's good that she's had a couple of hit-outs to settle her down for today.
He looks in good order. He looks like he's nice and forward for today. He presents well. He's a bit of a smaller type of horse. He's definitely neat and compact, but I think fitness-wise he's very forward.
Number 4, Alaskan Wolf, these days trained by Norm Rogers at Wyong. Glenn Schofield's aboard this God's Own mare. Ran 4th last start on this track. Has had a little bit of time off, as a matter of fact, 35 days in between runs.
Yeah, I think they purchased her for $1,000 and she's returned over 66,000 to her owners. So she's been a little ripper. I've got a feeling she was also Josh Parr's first winner when he returned back from surgery earlier this year. Look, she's done nothing really wrong. She's been thereabouts. It's just whether or not she can squeeze another win out.
Yeah, even though she's had the 4.5 weeks between runs, she still looks in good stead. She still looks nice and forward for this, so I wouldn't knock her.
$1,000, eh? She's had 12 starts for 5 wins, thank you very much, and 2 minor placings, $1,000. Number 5, Boys Day Out from the Canberra stable of Gratz Vella. Jay Ford is going for a double.
Getting the blows on course, $7.50 out to $15 already in betting, so we'll keep an eye on the betting flux there for you at home. Off his run 2 starts back, he's right in this. He was beaten 1.5 lengths by Sugar Bay Leonard, but last time out was pretty disappointing at Wagga.
Nothing wrong with him, presents nicely. Look, peak condition today, 3rd up.
Number 6 is Skyway from the Kembla stable of Jeff Hall. Mitchell Bell's on board. This Swazil gelding ran 3rd first up, beaten half ahead, flashed home to just fail, and today is a little bit easy in the market.
Yeah, 12 out to 21s, but I reckon this is the roughly we can put into our trifectas and first fours. Dave, I thought his run first up was pretty good behind Duty Dude, beaten narrowly when running 3rd. The step up to 1,200 metres I think will suit him. I know he's only had the 1 win from 8 attempts at this distance. Most of his form's over a bit less, but I just feel like this is the right time now to step him up.
Yeah, he's a strong, solid type. He was having a good dance around when he was going out there. He wasn't sweating, he was just really full of himself.
Let's move on to Bells of War, number 7 for Con Caracassanis. Brenton Avdulla is the rider. This mare, she's second up. She's got good second up form, and first up was only beaten 1.9 by Il Mio Destino.
Yeah, you can see why she's well supported too. She tends to improve slightly second up on her first up run, and her first up run was pretty good, as you say, beaten just 2 lengths when covering plenty of ground at Canterbury.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the way that Bells of War presented. Certainly must have taken improvement now, second up today. Looks in good health, his coat's in good order, and was nice and well going out onto the track.
Well, there's been some money on track for Dorf Star, number 8. Ty Anglin rides for Clary Connors. Quick backup for Clary. This horse won at Wyong 5 days ago.
Yeah, he's real tough as well. He's a horse that I reckon I've backed half a dozen times throughout his career. Dave, you always remember them, don't you? look, his win last week, I thought he was set up to win last week at Wyong. The quick backup, I think, is probably a good thing. He's a good, tough, sprinting type of horse.
Yeah, and he looked like he was handling it very nicely. He was feeling very well as he went out onto the track. He wasn't sweating up too much. He was quite relaxed, but still feeling well.
Let's go to number 9. Well, Nick's Best. Will it be Nick's Best? We'll find out shortly from the Rick Worthington stable. And Christian Reith's on board, second up today.
Yeah, no, he won't be my best, but that's okay. Maybe another day, Dave.
Okay.
First up at Canberra, pass mark there. Did resume over the 1300, which is always tough, and comes back to the 1200 here, so no doubt will strip a lot fitter.
And that's exactly what he does. He just strips nice and fit for today.
Number 10, Valiant Mate. Jim and Greg Lee prepare. Blake Shin is the rider. A last start winner. Broke his maiden status at Hawkesbury, beating Satirical Dame by 2 lengths.
Yeah, look, the thing I like about this guy is he's got a bit of upside. He's only had the 5 starts, and he had his first start over 1200 and his second start over 1200. Then since then he's raced over 1100 metres or less. I think now that he's had those 5 starts and he's just been able to be a little more seasoned, he's probably ready to go back out to the 1200.
Yeah, this gelding didn't look too bad at all. I thought he presented like a fit horse. Here's another one whose coat was nice and healthy. He was getting slightly warm, but it is very warm today. Overall, his parade was good. And
Blake Shin wearing the mostly black colours there as opposed to the red and yellow, which came up in the race book. Number 11 is Glib. Will this horse have a smooth transit with a name like Glib? You'd expect so. Matty McGilvray for Jason Coyle.
Oh, he's beaten 2 lengths by Bratislava out here last time out. That form's well and truly stacked up. If he was to replicate that here today, he'd just about win.
Yeah, she's backing up today, and she looked like she hasn't taken any ill effect from the run. I thought she may have just been half a run short last start, and she looks perfect today, so big tick from me.
You've got to stick the 13 into the last. We always do that. You've got the roughie of the field here. This is Ralston, trained here by Pat O'Grady. Nissa Burrells claims 3, so will only carry 50 kgs.
There was a time in his career when he was running some really good, consistent races here at Warwick Farm, and I think probably with the sting out of the ground, Dave, but I think his best days are behind him. If he was to replicate some of his old form, he would figure in the finish here.
Yeah.
Paul Snowden here. Sorry, Lizzie, go away.
She paraded okay. I just thought at 4th run in, and she has her run space because she's quite a lightly framed mare, so I thought she paraded well for her.
Go ahead, I meant to say. Thanks, Lizzie. Paul Snowden from Team Snowden, the trainer at number 2, RLN, is with us. First up today, Paul. The trial wasn't too bad. Chased very hard behind the 3.
Yeah, look, she's an honest performer. She's performed well fresh, Dave, in the past. She was a first up winner at Wyong, fresh last preparation, so she performs well fresh. And look, as I said, she's trialled well leading into this, so hopefully she can run well.
She normally positions about 3rd or 4th in running. You've drawn okay in gate 5 for Nick.
Yeah, she should get a lovely smother in behind. Looks to be nice speed, so Nick's got some options there, but. I just basically said we've just got to ride the horse, not the race, and just ride her where she's happy, and she usually lays up in that first sort of 4 or 5, and if she can do so, just produce her in the last minute, she can hopefully get the money.
To you and Pete, all the best. Thanks, Paul.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
There's Paul Snowden about number 2, RLN. Lizzie Jelves, who's your pick of the yard?
I'm going to go with number 11, Glib, backing up. I thought she looked in good order. She probably was half a run short last week, but she looks peaked in condition today. So for me, 11, Glib.
Nick, first 4 in the get-out.
Oh, look, I'm sticking with Arlen. I thought she was one of the better bets of the day. I'm on her each way, so she's on top for me. Number 2, 10, then I'm going 6 and 8, just mixing up those bottom ones a little bit from what we did in the preview. Number 10, Valiant Mate goes in for second, clear second pick as well. Then I thought Skyway and Dorf Star were best of the rest.
We've got 6 of them in single figures here from the tab. Glenn Munsey, great value the last.
Yes, Dave, we've got 440, the favourite of those being Glib, and will be the market mover here in the last, in from 650 earlier today. On track, Glib has been 6 into 440 and will run favourite on track. Bells of War is a drifting second favourite out to $5. Valiant Mate, tell you what, you want Bells of War if you want the 4 sevens in the quaddie, because they've already gone 7, 7, 7, and it is the favoured way through the quaddie at $1,700 exactly, Bells of War. Valiant Mate $5.50, Dorf Star 6, Alaskan Wolf being well backed right throughout the day. In fact, the second most popular runner in the race, as much as 18 this morning, now into $7.50, Alaskan Wolf. On tracks is a drifter, 7 out to 8 though. Arlen $8.50, Tabrabane heads the rest at 13. Here they go.
Warwick Farm. Glib's been well supported. We're ready for a jump. They're off and racing, and Alaskan Wolf and Nick's Best have got away well. Valiant Mate is quickly mustering to join the leaders. Bells of War will camp just behind with Skyway and Boys Day Out going forward as Bells of War's drifting back a length or so. Then came Dorf Star from Tabrabane, Glib's off the course. Aralyn is second last and Ralston whips them in. It's Nick's Best up on the outside of Valiant Mate going stride for stride. Alaskan Wolf is tugging along in third, followed by Boys Day Out and Skyway deeper out. Then Bells of War midfield around Dorf Star. Further back to the well fancy, Glib is coursing three deep around Tabrabane. Then came Aralyn strung up on the fence and Ralston is back last of all. It's Valiant Mate and Nick's Best, the leaders on the turn. Alaskan Wolf in third, followed by Boys Day Out. Bells of War gets going, Glib to the outside, and Aralyn just riding for a bit of luck now, easing off the fence. Around the turn, Valiant Mate and Nick's Best, followed by Alaskan Wolf, Bells of War, Glib to the outside. Further back to Boys Day Out, and Aralyn is threading through the centre. It's Valiant Mate still in front. Bells of War winding up on the outside. Bells of War's going to Valiant Mate. Dorf Star's flashing home at the end. Bells of War from Dorf Star, and I think Bells of War just got in from Dorf Star. Valiant Mate possibly third from Aralyn. Then came Alaskan Wolf, Ralston closing off. Further back to Boys Day Out, Nick's Best and Glib. Tabrabane and Skyway was the last one to finish.
It's close, but it looks like Concaragasanis and Bells War's going to get the cash, Nick.
Yeah, I think so. Number 7 again, I reckon, might just hold on this time on the inside, but you've always got to tack on a little bit here, Dave, to the outside, and Dorf Star was finishing hard. That extra bit of race fitness, I think, on the 7-day backup in the last 50 metres has really allowed him to launch late. But
let's have a look here.
There we go. It might be the outside here. I think the outside might have got this one, Dave.
Ty Anglin's made a real dive aboard Dorf Star for Clary Connors. I was going to say if the 7 gets it, it's going to be 7-7-7-7 in the quaddie. But if you're on Dorf Star,
got it,
I think
8.
You're going to get the cash.
Yeah, outside. Okay. So there, Dorf Star gets the cash. Nothing like a bit of race fitness, is there, Dave? Good job to win at Wyong last week and backs up this week for Clary Connors and the team to get the cash.
Yep, indeed. And there was a big cheer from the grandstand there. Someone's got on it, and 8 is in the frame. This Starcraft gelding, 2 wins on the trot. The numbers are 8, 7, 10 and 2. Aralyn was well ridden, your selection. It just couldn't go on with it at the end there, Nick.
No, absolutely not. Struck a little bit of traffic in the straight, but not too many excuses there. The leader, Valiant Mate, went okay. Maybe better off back at the 1100. I'm not too sure. Looked like he might have clipped heels with a horse late in the piece here. You see the jockey look around, and don't know if there's been any interference there. But all honours with the winner, Dave. Won his last 2 starts now, and his mum, Dorf Command, I think, was a pretty handy sprinter back in the day as well. Was it Dorf Command?
Absolutely, by commands, yeah.
She was a pretty handy. I'm pretty sure Clary had her. She was a real handy sprinter on a day. Real nice little turn of foot, and he looks like he's inherited a bit of her ability.
Well, Clary Connors on the quick backup too. Won at Wyong last Thursday in easier company and really finished off just too powerfully. Concaragasanis pipped at the post. Valiant Mate for Jim and Greg Lee ran a good race, and Aralyn, as we mentioned, had every chance. You would say. I'm just trying to find Clary. I saw him here before, but he should come over in just a second, and we'll see what he's got to say about the winner. And Dorf Star, that's 4 wins now from 20 career starts, and gives Ty Anglin more success. Clary Connors is just coming over. Form Line Extra coming up tonight too. What a great ride. That's what Clary Connors just said to Ty Anglin. What a great ride. What a country. What a great ride. We'll get Ty. Ty, quick backup, let down too well in the end. Did you think you got the photo?
Well, as I hit the line, I sort of heard Darren call and Dorf Star win, so that's what I thought I heard. So I said to Brenton, no, it's closer than you think.
Well, you rode the horse only 5 days ago, so Clary's plan to back it up quickly, it's paid off well.
Yeah, it surely has. It was, a really nice win there at Wyong last week, and it was a muddly run race, and sort of the second horse skipped away from us around the 600, and we had about 10, 12 lengths to make up, and he hit the line really strong. And I said to Clary then, I think 1400 will just suit him that little bit better, and he's getting there too late, but he's obviously getting there on time. But I think if we step him up to 14, he'll just make it a little bit more enjoyable if he does win.
Congratulations on the double tie. You off to Gosford tomorrow?
No, I've got the day off, so swim in the pool.
Well, a well-earned one. Good on you, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Ty Anglin there after the win of Dorf Star in the final event. Don't forget Form Line Extra coming up after the last at Eagle Farm. Glenn Munsey, Nick Ashman and Lizzie Jelfs. In the meantime, we are heading to Eagle Farm and Burnie.